I've chosen my brother over my marriage. My parents split when I was 3. Dad got remarried to some lady named Patricia. Mom married a guy who worked at the post office. I got dragged between 2 houses every week with a backpack full of clothes and homework I never finished. It sucked. By the time I was 16, I knew I never wanted kids. Too messy, too complicated. Met my wife Ashley when I was 19 at a community college study group. We dated for a year, got married at 22. She was on the same page about kids. We wanted to travel, save money, just do our own thing. Life was simple. Then my parents got back together when I was 20. Both their second marriages failed within months of each other. They ran into each other at a grocery store and apparently decided to try again. 6 months later, my mom was pregnant. My brother Ian was born when I was 21. I'll admit I didn't visit much at first. The whole thing felt weird. But Ian was actually a cool little kid. He loved dinosaurs and would show me his toy collection every time I came over. I started coming around more often, bringing him books about pterodactyls and T-Rexes from the library. Last March, Mom collapsed in the kitchen making breakfast. Heart attack. She was only 48. Dad found her on the floor next to the stove with burnt toast smoking in the toaster. Ian was at school. She died before the ambulance got there. Dad completely fell apart. He'd always been a drinker, but after Mom died, he got worse. He'd pick Ian up from school drunk, forget to make dinner. I started coming over 4 times a week just to make sure Ian ate something besides cereal. My half-sister from Dad's second marriage lived 2 hours away and said she couldn't help. My half-brother from Mom's side hadn't talked to any of us in 3 years. 4 months after Mom died, Dad wrapped his truck around a telephone pole on Route 9. Blood alcohol was 3 times the legal limit. The cops said he died instantly. Ian was at my apartment when it happened because Dad had forgotten to pick him up from soccer practice again. Child services showed up at my door 2 days later. A lady with a clipboard asked if anyone in the family could take Ian. I called my half-sister. She said her apartment was too small. I called my half-brother. He didn't answer, just texted back, "Can't sorry." Mom's sister lived in Florida and was 72 years old. Dad's brother said he already raised his kids and wasn't starting over. The social worker said Ian would go into the system if nobody stepped up by Friday. It was Wednesday. I told Ashley that night after dinner. We were washing dishes together, and I just said it. "I'm going to take Ian. I'm filing for guardianship tomorrow." She dropped the plate she was holding. It shattered on the floor. "What? Nobody else will take him. He's 6 years old. I'm not letting him go to foster care." Ashley's face went red. We agreed. No kids. Ever. That was the deal. I know. So that's it? You're just deciding this without me? I'm telling you that you don't have to stay. I get it. This isn't what you signed up for. She started yelling, called me selfish, said I was throwing away our marriage for a kid I barely knew, said I'd regret it. She grabbed her keys and stayed at her mom's house for 3 days. I filed the paperwork Thursday morning. The social worker seemed relieved. Ian moved into our apartment Friday with 2 garbage bags of clothes and his dinosaur toys. Ashley came back Sunday night. She didn't say anything, just started packing her stuff into boxes. Clothes from the closet, books from the shelf, her coffee mug with the chipped handle. Ian watched from the hallway holding a plastic stegosaurus. She loaded everything into her car by herself. I didn't help. She looked at me one last time before she left. "You're making a huge mistake." "Maybe." She drove off. Ian asked if she was coming back. I told him probably not. He nodded and went back to watching cartoons. The divorce papers came in the mail 2 weeks later. Ashley's lawyer wanted half of everything. The apartment, the savings account, even the car. I signed everything without arguing. None of it mattered anymore.